Hello everyone. Sorry that it's been so long since I've last posted anything. It was not for lack of trying, believe me. I had a lot going on and some of it was good, some of it was bad. I did record a lot, I just didn't have the time to post anything. So some of the things that have been going on, I will attach to this video. It explains some of what has happened. And in short, I basically was set out to do a few goals, and in doing so, I hit rock bottom. And now I am climbing back up and starting to live again, so to speak, just instead of existing. And I just wanted to share with you where I've been, and I do have something else coming out after this, so that'll be good. It'll be a little bit more fun. Hi everyone. It's been a while. I think it's been since early December. I probably am not going to edit this. I just wanted to let you know that I have not posted anything in a while. And it's not for lack of trying. I did have plenty of content. I just had so much going on. So I was going to do a series in regard to moving and selling a home and all that stuff. But the process for selling the home was and is very challenging. So I have been planning this for quite some time, and I finally put the house on the market in January, and a whole bunch of stuff happened. So this is hard. So I did get an offer on my house in February, and then I immediately put a deposit down somewhere else. It was new, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And then the day that the movers were going to show up, well, let me back up. I packed this whole house by myself. And then I hurt my elbow, and it's still in pain. So the morning that the movers were going to come and put all my stuff into storage, because I was supposed to close on my current home a week later, and then like 2 weeks after that, or 3 weeks after that, I was going to close on the new place. So I packed everything. I mean, everything. Movers are on the way, and I'm about to start work. Mind you, I am working on the floor in my office. No furniture, because I packed everything, put everything out to put into storage. I get a text that the buyers were backing out because they couldn't get their loan approved by their lender. So I tried to cancel the movers so that I could do it another day and still have my stuff and just put everything in the house back on the market, start the whole process over with the showings and the inspections and appraisals, all that stuff. Too late. They were almost here. Couldn't cancel it. So since March 13th, today is April 24th, I have not had furniture. I have one spoon, a couple of mugs, a cup. That's it for my kitchen. Because my intention was to stay with my parents, I don't need any of this stuff. Luckily, I had 2 air mattresses. One is a twin, which is what this is on, and the other one is a queen. So the dog and I slept on the mattress, and then I noticed it started losing air, and one morning I woke up on the floor. So I had to use the twin. I decided, okay, I'm gonna put the twin in my office, and then the dog can sleep in his tent. The dog sleeps in his tent while I'm working. So Meanwhile, I get a new one, and while all this is happening with the no furniture and all that stuff, also around the time that I was putting money down on the new place, which I lost, by the way, because since I didn't close in time, they couldn't hold on to it and somebody else bought it. And also, shout out to that person because they kept calling this place to see if my deal had fallen through. And meanwhile, the mortgage got approved, everything. I was ready to like go and close on it, but obviously I couldn't at that point. I had to take my dog to the emergency room because he had like a growth in his mouth. So I'm like, oh my God. And then he was fine because I think it was because I was brushing his teeth and like maybe one of the bristles like aggravated his gums. So I'm trying to make the best of the situation. I've had things break that I had to fix. My refrigerator is the latest one where the refrigerator kept beeping and it was driving me crazy. And the temperature in the refrigerator part was not cooling everything down. Finally get a guy to come out today because the refrigerator is going with the house. So I was dealing with that. Then I thought I fixed it because I kept resetting it and everything like that. No problem. And then this is the really sucky part. And well, I'm trying to make the best of this situation without any furniture or anything like that, and having to leave the house unexpectedly so people can, view the house, show the house, blah, blah, blah. I wound up getting another offer, and actually I met the couple because they had showed up late and I was coming home with the dog, and so I met them and they put an offer a few days later. So that's chugging along. And I do plan to close next month in May. So meanwhile, I lost that other place. There was another available place, but it was $12,000 more, and I'm like, I'm not paying that. So I start looking elsewhere, and I find a place. I lose that bid. Somebody outbid me. And then I put in for another place because they lowered the price. So all that stuff, appraisals, inspections, blah, blah, blah. Lots of paperwork. And one of the days, it was just kind of like, just within the past 8 months, it's just been chaotic and just really crappy stuff has been happening. And I decided on April 11th, I'm like, I'm going to take this coming weekend, the 12th, 13th, 14th, and I'm just going to like unplug and hang out with the dog, maybe take him, on some walking trails and stuff. And then take like the next Friday off, the 19th, and just like chill. So on the 11th, everything's fine, had a decent day. And the early morning of the 12th, which was a Friday, my dog was coughing and he got up and went into my office in the tent to sleep. So I was like, okay. I got up to work and noticed he's coughing, and I'm like, okay. And then he stops. So I decided to call the vet and just have him checked out, because I'm like, maybe he has a cold. I don't know what's going on. Because before that, he got all his shots, rabies, all his shots, his checkup, perfect, blood work, everything's fine. So I make an appointment to go take him to the vet at 2:30 that day, Friday, April 12th. And around noon, or actually before that, he wanted to go for a walk. So I was like, all right, cool. So I put him in his carriage. We walk out to a certain point, and then he likes to walk back. So he starts coughing, and like this fluid comes up. It looks like kind of like foamy white. And I wipe it off his face, and then it felt like he cleared it. So I was like, oh, maybe he does have a cold. So we're walking, he stops coughing, everything's fine. As we approach the house, he's, slows down. And I'm like, well, maybe probably because he's tired. So he goes and he lays in the tent and he sleeps for about an hour. And then right as I'm eating lunch, he starts the coughing again. He's like trying to get my attention. So I put him on my lap while I'm working and I'm petting him. And I'm like, I think I just need to take him in earlier. Something's not right. So my parents come over just to see the dog like they usually do. And I was like, I need to take him to the vet now. So my mom comes with me. My dad goes home because they had groceries. So the doctor comes in and I'm in the room by myself and she's like, it's not your fault. These things happen, suddenly. And, it's just his time, I guess. So Biscuits was 14 and a half years old. And I thought with the move and where I was moving to, it would just be a perfect place for him. And I just was like in shock. So he was put down and I was holding him while they gave him the stuff to put him to sleep. And the funny thing is, the first time I met him, when I decided I was going to take him home with me, the owners put him in my, like right on my chest by my heart. They said, hold him here. And he started cooing, so I was holding him here. And throughout the years, he's always been like right here. And if you've seen any of my other previous videos with him in it, I'm holding him like that. So that's basically how my journey with Biscuits ended here. And then his life ending. So I'm trying not to cry. He's been my companion for 14 years. I based all of my plans and, if I worked long hours, I would make sure that the rest of my free time was spent with him. I tried to take him to places where I could go to, like the dog beach, things like that, where I could bring him to. And like, I still can't believe it. And I do think I see him out of the corner of my eye here and there. And the first night he was gone, in the middle of the night, I felt him get on the mattress and like circle on the blankets and lay down. It was weird. So last Thursday, I got his ashes and I had it here until this past Sunday, and I brought it to my parents' house because I'm moving. See, I have like no furniture, and it's just, I have mixed feelings here. I don't know. I have a lot of guilt, and I know I shouldn't. And I know that even though it was unexpected, I'm glad to know that he was active, running, playing the night before like he usually does. And it was probably the best way for him to go out. It's just, he's been such a part of my life for all these years. Everything I did was for him. And I spoiled him to death. It's just like, I don't know. So I don't know what to do with myself. So I did speak to my neuropsychiatrist the other day, and she's like, you're not doing good. So I'm getting different meds, along with my ADHD meds that they had me go back on. And supposedly, I start them tomorrow, but I'm supposed to feel better in a few days. Also, I feel like crap because all these months I stress ate, so I gained weight. I just got a brand new bicycle and was going to put a basket on it, and Biscuits died, so really no point. So Just wanted to let you know what's been going on. It's probably not even half of it, but the amount of money I spent on this move so far has been astronomical. And the guilt I'm feeling for moving, knowing that this was the last place that he lived, and going somewhere else is tough, but they do say that pets follow you and not stay with the place they were last in. So, also it's hard being here without him. So maybe it's just as well. And I will try to post more and keep you updated on the move. So that's what's going on. And if you want to see more content like this, please feel free to like and subscribe. And I will talk to you soon. Bye. If you like this content and want to see more, I do plan on posting more. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and see you next time.